Hello, everybody, and welcome to Phoenix International Raceway, and welcome to NASCAR.com GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, here in the desert, Phoenix. 2 races to go in the season, and one dramatic finale this weekend to determine the final 4 drivers to battle for the chase for the Sprint Cup. Oh, who's going to win that Sprint Cup? Well, the drivers on this part of the garage, they're not really eligible, but they want to go for wins. They want to go for performance, including this number 95, Michael McDowell, K-Love Machine. Right next door, trying to make their first race as a team together. Beard Enterprises, Beard Motorsports, and their driver, Clay Rogers, right here. And here is Clay Rogers. And you know what? Since this number 75 right here has a Mobile One sticker on it, we're going to make you our Mobile One Auto Tech Question of the Week, Clay. Let me give you the microphone here. We'll let you take control because it'll be easier. But, you know, we see the dashboards in our cars every day, you know, with the instrument panel and the gauges that we've all grown up accustomed to seeing in race cars. But the gauges now, they light up. They're so much different. And actually, the light up stuff is indication to problems, isn't it?
Yeah, it actually is. I don't know if we can get in here and get a shot, but there's actually a lot more technology in the gauges nowadays than there was 4 or 5 years ago. You know, you've got 2 choices. Actually, this car has a spec tack in it and then an odometer gauges everywhere else. And everything's running. They're not quite what you'd call digital gauges, but as you can see right now, since our motor's not running, we're showing 0 oil pressure, so the gauge is flashing red. And we've got that same feature on every gauge in the car, whether it be the voltmeter, water temperature. That gauge would turn green in the sweet spot, which would be 220 to 240. And anything over 260, it's going to start flashing red. Same thing with about 280 with the oil temp, it would start to flash red. The tacks are really interesting. There's a lot of things that you can do there with setting up a shift light where the whole gauge will flash at you, and it's very important for maximizing your pit road speed nowadays. A lot of the bigger teams go in and pre-program this tag before the race starts, so they get every 1/10 of a mile an hour that they can get on pit road. So that's very important as well. And you know, your fuel pressure with the current fuel systems that we're running now, we're looking at anywhere from 75 to 80 pounds of fuel pressure. If it goes over that or below that, it'll start to flash because the ECU requires that in order to fire the injectors correctly. So, you know, there's a lot of involvement and a lot of technology on the dash of these cars that wasn't here just a few short years ago.
And it's a big indicator if you have a problem if you're driving on the track.
I mean, if there's a problem, we're still the first ones to know it, but now we just got a lot more stuff happening in front of us to grab our attention.
Well, that's our Mobile One Auto Tech Question of the Week. And hey, let's talk to you about this number 75 team, because you guys are trying to make a cup start here, and this is a true underdog effort, isn't it?
Oh, it really is. I mean, we're lucky to be here. We came out here and tested. We put a lot of effort into coming out and making this race. I love this racetrack. I've run well here in the past in other series. Had a really what we felt like was a good test out here with some of the Hendrick cars and Gibbs cars. So we're a lot more prepared than we were when we attempted at Richmond, and hopefully we can get out there and show it today. It's been kind of a circus this morning, getting everything through tech and everything. You know, one of the last ones to get to go through, not having any points. But everything's went well. We got across the room of doom over there, and we're looking forward to getting practice started here shortly.
All right, Clay Rogers, we appreciate you joining us on NASCAR.com GarageCam today. And a really cool, interesting Mobile One Auto Tech Question of the Week this week. Actually showing you inside the cockpit something very unique. So we love Mobile One for being a sponsor. We thank them for being a sponsor of NASCAR.com GarageCam. Mike Wallace, the number 66 this weekend. It's always great to have a company like Mobile One that does so much within all platforms of motorsports and so much here in the NASCAR garage. First in the chat, Virginia Wright. Hi, NASCAR family. Well, this is one big happy family throughout this garage. Well, sometimes we're a dysfunctional family. Of course, everybody by their water coolers this week has been talking about that little incident that happened after the race. Well, I'm sure that'll be the talk all weekend long. And, hey, you know what? Some passion, some hype. Hey, wait a minute. This is Alex Bowman's car that he was talking about. Why does he have a picture of me on this car? I don't know if they asked permission for that, but I mean, it's nice to be on the hood of a NASCAR Sprint Cup Series stock car. It's kind of nice. Thank you, Alex Bowman. Thank you very much. Dumb and Dumber 2, and it's T-O, I believe, which is really funny. The real Dumb and Dumber 2, coming out in theaters. I actually cannot wait to see it. Chuck Bush right now looks like he's on Dumb and Dumber because, well, why are you wearing this GoPro?
We're working on some behind-the-scenes footage of how we operate here at NASCAR.com and the digital video team. So this is GarageCam on Garage. This is GarageCam. So
Are you thrilled?
I am
with your
so
look?
thrilled. I looked like a sort of like coal miner. Like I was born to be a coal miner's daughter or something like that. I don't know.
I was born to be. We gotta adjust your camera there. A coal miner's daughter. Oh, look! CJ's shaking his head. CJ just he carries around the audio. He doesn't have to do some of the stupid stuff that we do. There's Chris Bybee. What's up, Chris Bybee on GarageCam? Oh, and there. How can we forget? Well, we didn't even mention Ty Dillon's number 33, the charter car. Kind of a sister car, paint scheme-wise, to the other RCR charter car in the Nationwide Series garage. Okay, so if that's me over here, right here, is this you, Chuck Bush?
I mean, I'm going to go with yeah because he was in Gettysburg.
He was.
He played Colonel Joshua Large Chamberlain in Gettysburg, so
Yes, he did.
I could be him.
Yes, so that's the F post side of the garage right here. You got Matthew
it's
Dillon
Carolina
and
blue,
Chuck
too.
Bush, and it's Carolina blue, which I like. I mean, that's like App State colors. My niece goes to App State, Megan. I love her, and I only root for App for that reason. Once she graduates, I probably won't root for them. Sorry, Megan. Well, anyway, let's get back to business here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage because we got a lot of ground to cover. A lot of ground to cover, including Josh Wise, the PPR98.com machine right there. The number 36. Hey, and check it out. Everybody's favorite tire guy of the year, Goodyear Tire Guy of the Year, S.J. Golembeski. What's up, S.J.?
How are you?
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
So we've been talking, I'm going to put you on the spot, we've been talking for a while about sponsoring you because like yourself, like myself, you have a sort of large cranium, a very friendly large cranium.
Yeah.
So are we going to do this helmet sponsorship deal or what? I'm putting you on the spot now.
I'm ready for it.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
So when are we going to start it?
What's that?
When are we going to start?
Right now.
Right now? Where's your helmet? Sweet. Okay, so we got to sponsor it. We got to get duct tape and put it on here. This is monumental. You got duct tape on there.
You want to write it or me?
You can write it. Let's do hashtag GarageCam. It'll be the first ever head sponsored on pit road during qualifying. See if he can spell GarageCam right. GarageCam. Oh, that's what I call glory right there. Let's get the 36 car in the background there. Let's see, right there. That's beauty right there. GarageCam. First time ever sponsorship. We sponsored a race car once, but we've never, SJ, sponsored a head. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a big day. It's a big day for NASCAR, a big day for us.
A big day for your head?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, SJ. Tire Guy of the Year right here, SJ Golembeski, and a heck of a guy. And now the GarageCam, the official head of NASCAR.com, GarageCam. Oh, man. We have too much fun. Hey, we got to mention on the side of that helmet right there. That's cool. Richie Evans, 61. Little tribute right there. You got to love that. Here's the number 40 of Landon Castle. The green and white machine right next to David Reagan's Taco Bell Ford. Michael Lynette, the other Tommy Baldwin racing entry. And, oh, I know Chuck Bush is a Carolina guy. He likes seeing that cheer wine on there right there. Oh, yeah. If you don't like Sundrop and cheer wine, you're not a Carolinian. It's loud right here, but we're going to show you the muscle recovery tap out number 26 paint scheme. Because, hey, I've been told on Twitter and actually on the airplane by somebody the other week that there's a lot of people that are paint scheme geeks. Paint scheme geeks. Well, what I call that, I am too. I like seeing all the new paint schemes when they come out on NASCAR.com during the week, and then I like to see them in the garage here in the flesh. Well, guess what? That's what we try to do, is show you all the different paint schemes. You know, we also talk to people and have a good time and some fun and some hijinks and some information. So it's Mobile One GarageCam. Long John Silver's right here. The number 38 David Gilliland machine. Justin Allgaier, the rookie competitor, right here. Danica Patrick and her boyfriend right there, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse, big props deserved to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for bringing back the Mississippi mud flap. And what I mean is the mullet and the mustache that he was rocking in Texas. Man, I hope he keeps it, because that was spectacular. Camouflage on the Geico Chevrolet. Look at this. It's a pretty good paint scheme right here. I'll tell you what, this 13 team does a great job supporting the military with Geico. Always see troops here with this team at racetracks. So Geico supporting the military. Hopefully you all do too. Salute to you. Salute to all who have served. Martin Truex Jr.'s number 78 Furniture Row machine right here. Hey, here's that Mobile One machine with the Bass Pro Shops on board. My buddy Zach Morgan tuning into GarageCam because he can't be here today. What's up, Zach? Quinn Loves Tony 14 Yarwood. Hi, y'all. I really want to see number 14 Smokescar, and maybe even Smoke himself if he's there. Please, please, pretty please. Well, we like the politeness. Politeness always wins praise. And here is your car. Tony Stewart is not nearby. We do not see him, but he is here at the track. So here's your Tracker Boats Bass Pro Shops Mobile One number 14 this weekend. 2 more races to go for Marcus Ambrose here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. The number 55 of Brian Vickers, the Michael Waltrip racing entry. Tommy Baldwin's other car behind the garage right over there, getting worked on. Paul Menard, voice crack. To the 27, and there's a bee on the front of this. You can't see it. It's really little, but there's a bee buzzing around this Cheerios machine. Look out for the bee. There's the bee. Cheerios. Didn't Cheerios have a bee as a mascot? I believe it did. Honey Nut Cheerios
had the bee.
Had the
There's
bee.
a bee around the car right now, so that's fitting.
That is fitting. Well, here is the number 15 Clint Boyer machine. Michael Waltrip racing entry. I'll tell you what, Michael Waltrip, I'm going to say right now, let's give an old tip of the cap to old Michael Waltrip for having the, well, Tony Stewart said a different word, but I'll say having the guts to go on Dancing with the Stars. And Viggy doesn't realize that I'm live on TV right here. What's up, Viggy? No cameras, please. But Michael Waltrip to have the guts to go on Dancing with the Stars. A big tip of the cap to you, Michael, for doing that. It takes a lot of guts to do that. It takes a lot of guts to do what Chuck Bush did, wearing a turtleneck on the F-post.
Hey, turtlenecks are great. GoPros are great.
I wore a dress.
You got to suffer for your craft.
Exactly.
Right?
And sometimes you have to go there for comedy.
Right. You got to go there. You got to
Right?
go
Do
there.
you have to go there for comedy? This microphone's live, Viggy, so I'm live talking on the internet. Viggy doesn't realize this. They're going to hear you. They're going to hear you. I know the Islanders are playing tonight. The best team in New York is playing tonight, not the New York Rangers, Viggy. Go. Go, Vig. Love Viggy. One of the nicest coach drivers in the business. And here is Marcus Ambrose right here, walking to a Stanley Ford. We'll let Marcus go. He looked like he was in a rush. I was going to try to track him down, but no. What do we got? We're looking here at the Sprint tablet provided by Sprint. We love everybody at Sprint. Big shout out to everybody there. Hey, Matt. What was it like being right in the middle of the big one last week? Well, we're not talking about the Talladega big one. We're talking about the fisticuffs that flew here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series last week, and it's been well noted. It's been all over everywhere. The Today Show, ESPN, it's been on Good Morning America. But what an amazing moment last week. The fight, the post-race fight between Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski, making headlines all across the world, not just America. And your question was, what was it like to be in the middle of the fight? Well, I'll answer that quickly for you. I've been on the competition end of racing myself. And I will tell you, it was a lot easier holding the camera and standing my ground during that fight than it was being on the other side of it, like Jeff Gordon and the crew guys and Brad Keselowski and all of them were. It was a lot easier from that side. So I will say that it was fun. Personally, my personal opinion, not expressing the opinions of NASCAR, I thought the fight was great. We don't want fights. But the bottom line is it shows you guys, the fans, the passion and what this championship means to these drivers, to these crew members, everybody here in this garage. If you're on the verge, the cusp of a championship, it's not a thing where, well, we just didn't perform and, you know, la, 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 I'm collecting a paycheck. That showed you a guy like Jeff Gordon, who has nearly everything he needs in life, has accomplished so much, has a great family. Guess what? It still means that much for him. He still has that burning desire to win a championship, and he's willing to fight for it. And that, if you're a race fan, has got to be something that entices you to watch this sport. That's my 2 cents. Thank you. Chuck Bush approves this message. Wendy Lake, hey Matt, why do you always start in the slow car garage? Well, I don't like calling it the slow car garage. I like calling it the back half of the garage. Well, we do that typically because we like to crescendo. At the end of the show, the cars pull out in the order from first to last. So if we start from this side here and go to over there, you're not going to see your drivers from this side of the garage. Okay, and they're going to be pulling out, and we'll never see them pulling out as well. So it's easier to start from the back and work to the front. So we tried it the other way several times when we first started the show, and it failed miserably. Jamie McMurray, the number 1. We'd love to just go back and forth, but then we'd never be able to show you all the cars. Kyle Larson with a really cool looking paint scheme this weekend. The Target Chevrolet camouflage. It's Target camo. And you know what? Everybody, including PR people, rocking the Movember mustache. Look at that mustache. That is fantastic. Movember in full effect for basically raising awareness for men's cancer. Is it halfway? It's past halfway. Hey, but look, guess what? It's bright and sunny out in Phoenix, and look who's made it to the West Coast with a stunning shirt, may I add. Alan Cavano, what's going on today, Alan?
A lot going on today. A lot of media press conferences. We're going to hear from Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, and Brad Keselowski.
Jeff Gordon and Brad Keselowski and Kevin Harvick, they haven't been involved in anything.
No, I mean, they've made no news in the last week. So, but beyond that, I still encourage you to watch our story tonight because we're going to have an up-to-speed that posts later with their reactions to everything that's happened in the last week and what it could mean out this weekend because there's going to be repercussions at some point involving all that. So
what do you think? Everybody's been asking me this week. I did a little on the airplane kind of tweet up yesterday, and one of the questions was, do you think there's going to be retaliation? Your opinion, what do you think will happen this week? Are the sparks going to fly or what?
You know, maybe not here. It makes no sense to do it here. I mean, if you go out and let's say someone who does not like Brad Keselowski, if you go out and get him at Phoenix, he can just come back and get you at Homestead and cost you a championship. So why do it? It just doesn't make sense to do it. Now, maybe at Homestead, maybe you make it difficult on him to pass. Maybe you do something to him, you know, maybe try to cost him a race. I don't recommend that. I don't think that goes with the driver's code everyone's talking about, but I don't see it happening this weekend.
Thank you, Alan Cavano. We'll make sure we tune into Up to Speed. And you know what? The bottom line is everybody's talking about it, and there's that recipe for it to happen. So even if it doesn't happen, it's exciting. Good to see Alan Cavano spinning through the garage area. We went out last night to dinner at Barrio, our whole crew here. Well, except for CJ. CJ went out somewhere else, but we still love him. The Folds of Honor Foundation on the farmland number 43 this weekend for Eric Amarola. Farmers Insurance car, the number 5. Hey, there's the outlaw, Kurt Busch. Greg Biffle, AJ Allmendinger. And here is last week's winner, Jimmy Johnson, in his very patriotic paint scheme here for Lowe's. And of course, last week, what a program that they had here with the Lowe's team, wearing the workers' vests. Very unique deal here in the garage. Well, another cool paint scheme and crew uniform and driver uniform this week. Jimmy Johnson kind of looking like Captain America, but that's okay. It's pretty cool. The patriotic colors for the number 48, fresh off that big win in Texas. Jimmy Johnson and the crew enjoying the heck out of that one, wearing the cowboy hat. Speaking of new paint schemes right here, the Kelly Blue Book, number 88. I was just using Kelly Blue Book about 3 months ago. Okay, let's look on the interactive chat here. John Odell, hi Matt, can I please see the number 48 of Jimmy Johnson from Bedfordshire, England? Great for you to chime in from England. Some requests right now as I try to duck underneath photographers, not very good at it here. And there is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Kelly Blue Book paint scheme this week. We'll take a look at that scheme for you. 4 wins on the season for Dale Earnhardt Jr. What a season for the number 88. Nathan Grissom. For Cup, I want to see Kyle Busch, excuse me. Please, Matt, for me and my friend Wendy Lake. Well, you know what? I almost didn't recognize that I was next to Kyle Busch's car. New paint scheme on board this weekend. Banfield Pet Hospital. Kind of a flat blue. We see flat black seemingly every week, so why not flat blue for Kyle Busch here? And another really interesting paint scheme right here. Budweiser. Kind of an old wooden grained look on the number 4 Chevrolet this week for Kevin Harvick and this crew. They're at the bottom of the chase and they are looking up, but I'll tell you what, this is a place where Kevin Harvick can potentially do something pretty spectacular. He has 5 wins here, this Budweiser machine, and this crew kind of turning it back old school this week. Some pictures tweeted, working on the number 4 in the parking lot of the hotel. That's awesome. That's old school. I remember growing up in the sport, you'd see people pulling out engines and working on the cars before they get to the track. Pretty cool. 18 KB show, Kevin Harvick, hashtag for the win. How about that? But you say Logano in 2014. I guess that's your prediction. But, hey, a win can get you into this chase, and Kevin Harvick has won here 5 times, more than anybody else. So this could be a very big weekend. Well, it is a very big weekend for this Budweiser team. This right here, I'm being told, this Budweiser scheme indicating being buds in the holidays. So it's to prime up for the holiday season. One of the nicest looking paint schemes, I would say, of the year. And here's the car that everybody's been talking about, the driver everybody's been talking about, your 6-time winner so far this year. Brad Keselowski, of course, involved in some fireworks post-race last week. And Carl Edwards is strapped into his car right here. Talking to the crew, about to get busy for practice here in the Fastenal Ford. Give you a look at Carl Edwards right there in the cockpit of that number 99. Has a win here at Phoenix. Can he do it again? It's almost go time here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. Here's another guy that wasn't too happy with Matt Kenseth a few weeks ago, and that would be Matt Kenseth, the Dollar General machine. Right next door, the Exalta. What's the matter, Chuck Busch?
You said, here's a guy who isn't happy with Matt Kenseth.
No. Here's a guy who wasn't happy with Brad Keselowski the other week. Matt Kenseth.
Well, there you go. Fact-checking your show as we go. Just fact-checking.
That's what a good producer does. The Exalta machine right here. Jeff Gordon, of course, involved in a lot of those headlines this week. Some of the team members suspended, some fines being dished out. But I'll tell you what, Jeff Gordon going for bear here in the 4th spot here at the chase. Can he hang on? Can he make it to the Final 4? Jeff Gordon, 2 wins here at Phoenix, 2007, 2011. Hey, here's a guy that's won here before at Phoenix. Ryan Newman, 2010, the big win when he was, I believe that race was at night. I'm trying to think. I thought it ended at night. Ryan Newman, this cat car, he was saying before the season started with these new chase rules that a guy could possibly win this chase without winning a race. And a lot of us kind of snickered at that. Well, guess what? Look who's sitting pretty in third place right now going into this last race of this round, going into Homestead. It's the 31 car. Out consistencing. Is that a word? The consistency of this 31 team has been astounding this year, and they've been at the right place at the right time and done it just the right way without getting a checkered flag. Denny Hamlin, one win here in Phoenix. I believe it was 2012 for this FedEx Toyota. Joey Logano still has yet to score a victory here in the Valley of the Sun. Best career finish of third here. But Joey Logano, this 22 car, look for him to be fast. The point leader going into this dramatic finale here. The Quicken Loans Race for Heroes 500, 3 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Who's going to win this thing? Jimmy Johnson has led here, 933 laps. Can he lead some more? Can he spoil it? Or will a chaser win and get himself into the next round? What will it be? There's a lot of drama right now in our sport. And you know what? We went on Twitter last week. Actually, speaking of that drama, there's cops walking around in the garage, and there is Brad Keselowski signing in before he goes to his car. There is a lot of drama surrounding our sport right now. We like to be interactive here on NASCAR.com. We went on Twitter yesterday using the hashtag GarageCam, and we asked you, this NASCAR chase race in Phoenix will be blank. The responses we got were absolutely great. June Good 6, redonkulous. John Edwards in NASCAR Chasm said, well, Sunday. That was the wise guy answer of the week. Gene Hardy said, shake and bake, break your nose. At Kim Girl, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. SJ, Tire Guy, for Tommy Bolton Racing, chimed in, said this NASCAR chase race in Phoenix will be jaw-dropping. Brenda Worley, I like yours the best. Brenda Worley says this NASCAR chase race at Phoenix will be almost as good as GarageCam. But I will say the winner of our little Twitter contest using the hashtag GarageCam was Christy. This NASCAR chase race at Phoenix will be a fierce battle where dreams are crushed and only champions rise. Who will rise to the top this weekend as we hit the track for the first time practice here at Phoenix International Raceway? Brad Keselowski about to hop into his Miller High Life number 2. Cameras everywhere. So much drama surrounding this new chase format, and right now these crews have to be down to business. And what they have to do is concentrate right now on getting good feedback to this crew and getting this 2-car dialed in, and all the other cars have to do the same to gain speed for this weekend. Well, that's it, folks. That's the show. That's GarageCam. So much to watch this weekend. Make sure you tune in to ESPN for the race. Make sure you watch on NASCAR.com, up to speed, all of our shows, live leaderboards and everything, because these guys will be watching. And that's GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, live from the Valley of the Sun in Phoenix. Oh, it's going to be dramatic, baby. Are you ready? We're all ready. Until next time, we'll see you at the races.